Okay. Hey. Oh my goodness. I had to get myself some coffee before doing the freaking second live. I had to chill out for a little bit. I was gonna wait until that whole live was over, but I forgot how freaking long-winded I am. I was just like, no. No thanks. No thank you. And I'm wearing clothes. Okay. God, thank God. Aren't you guys glad that I got some of the blonde back? I wouldn't do the full blonde like I did last time, but this is absolutely stunning. What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Stacy? What's up, Queen? What's up, Pinky? Carmelita, hello. Lori, thanks for being here. So, yeah, I couldn't sit there and listen to myself talk anymore, so I decided to make another video where I could talk more and listen to myself live, because that makes sense. Your hair is gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm also very excited. So I did an interlude for the podcast that I'm doing on Where Dead Flowers Bloom. I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't talk about it. I just dropped the shit, okay? And it's supposed to come out tomorrow, but I will say this. Hey Pinky, it's supposed to come out tomorrow, okay? But I'm looking at the astrology and I'm like, maybe not the best time. Maybe not the best time when Mars square Uranus is at like an all-time high Friday, Saturday, Mercury conjunct Neptune. I don't know if that's the best. I thought, oh yeah, maybe Mercury conjunct Neptune because like get it talking and like creativity, right? It's like whatever Mercury touches, it holds a microphone to. It's like holding a microphone to Neptune. It's like, and it's a very emotional like piece of writing, okay? It's very emotional. It's the start of my podcast, but I'm low key worried as fuck. What's up, Danny? How are you? What's up, Jill? Hey, Jessica. And I am just nervous. I mean, I don't know if I'm nervous. I just don't think astrologically it's the best time, you know? I don't know. It's like trying to decorate the house while there's a domestic violence case happening inside of the house. What's up, Tamika? What's up, Tanya? How are you? I don't know. But I love Venus square Uranus. Venus square Uranus is like I come up with the best creative shit ever. That's when I wrote this the lighthouse piece. I wrote that on Monday while Venus was squaring Uranus. I've been emotional wreck. Glad to see your face. Yeah, honey, we have a stellium going on in Pisces. So you're gonna make me cry again? Probably. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like I listened to it while I was taking a dump yesterday and I was like, oh my God, this is like really sad. I'm just kidding. I'm okay. Aw, why just okay? And I'm ready to drop it though. I don't know if maybe I should wait till Venus is in Pisces. My ruling planet is exalted as fuck, you know what I mean? Neptune tomorrow morning will be great. I didn't do morning. I did nighttime. You think that's best for Mars square Uranus? What time in the morning should I do it? I was gonna do it at nighttime. None of my viewers are up. My viewers don't have a job. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sure what I was doing when Uranus was squaring the okay. What were you doing Sunday, Monday? That's when it was like pretty prominent. You're right. Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Is that what was going on? Yeah, I was like worried. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna suck. It actually ended up being amazing to me for me. Yes, Carmen, it's the one that I sent you. Yes. Look, she has to come in here and let everybody know. I got the preview, bitch. VIP. Whatever. I have a job. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for that confirmation. I hope you make more music. I listened to your songs the other day. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, I just like to write. I don't really care in what area it is. Like, I don't care if it's rap or if it's, a podcast, whatever. I have to write though. um, it's the truth right now, spiritually and emotionally. Hello. But yeah. So I'm excited though. Isn't this little bow so cute? I'm so obsessed. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. It is going to be a lot of writing. I can't wait to see, hear it. Thanks, Danny. Are you a subscriber of Where Dead Flowers Bloom? Hi, Rick. It's good to see you. So I have my big procedure tomorrow for my skin, as a lot of you know, and I'm really nervous doing it during Mars square Uranus. I'm like very nervous doing that, especially because Uranus is in my sign. I'm like, oh, I don't know if maybe I don't want to, fuck up my face. Ugh. Mars with a hard aspect to Uranus in your first house of your physical body maybe isn't the best to be doing, like treatments like that. I'm very nervous about that. Although in my natal chart it's Mars square Mars sextile Uranus in my, so I don't know, but I am freaking out about it a little bit. But I didn't want to put it off anymore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're so welcome, Jill. Absolutely. Yeah, and on the podcast, I want to talk about things like addiction and self-worth and self-value and all of that good stuff and things that I even still struggle with, obviously I'm not perfect. But there was a girl who really inspired me the other day, and she was like, "Hey, like I'm really trying to get on my sober journey and I just really want to know like what triggered that for you, what made you want to do that, how you got to that place in the first place and how you kind of came out of it." And I'm like, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna do it on a podcast." You know what I'm saying? What's the treatment? It's called Morpheus 8. It's not a laser. It's like needles that go into your skin. It's like a machine and it just is like needles that go into your face. And it what it does is it forces your face to produce like excess amounts of collagen. So that way it can like lift acne scars and things like that. But I know that like when Mars is making hard aspects to planets, it's just not the best time for like, any kind of surgeries or anything like that. So I don't know, I don't know. I am a little nervous, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Yes, all that interests me. Absolutely. Why am I getting it? Because I have acne scars. Pick it. No, I go to the same guy that I've gone to. I'm going to him again. I've got some of you were following me last year. I think most of you were. Maybe some of you weren't, but I got dermabrasion, which basically like shaved my fucking face off. Okay. I suffer from acne scars too. Yeah, and I'm recording it so you guys will be able to see me with no makeup, like no little like skin smoother, like nothing. It'll be all like raw. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be bad. I remember when I got my face Morpheus the first time and it was just like, but you're good like within a couple of days, so it's not a big deal. Good night, Queen. Have a good one. So I I've been following a dermatologist and I want so many things done. Yeah, like what's really good for hyperpigmentation is dermabrasion. I'm not talking micro dermabrasion. I'm talking dermabrasion. The like it's like 5 grand, but it's incredible. Like it literally like shaves off layers of your face and gives you freaking baby skin. And it got rid of so much of my pigmentation. I mean, I mean, bitch, my skin looks so much better, like, and I've had a lot of skin treatments since then. Like I've had a lot of things that have been done, because even like back in like 2021, I mean, I still had really bad acne scars and like I still have them, you know what I mean? Like I still have them. Please understand, I've had them forever, so it's like trying to get through freaking cement, you know what I'm saying? um why is it bad? Mars, when you're having bad aspects, especially with Mars, like Mars squaring something in your second house, because your second house can represent your face, or Mars squaring anything really, but especially sixth house, first house, that's like your physical body. So Mars is about like lasers and fire and burning, and can talk about like surgery. So when it's making a negative aspect like that, it's really not the best time to be getting procedures like that. But I'm gonna fucking go for it anyway and hope for the best. They put you to sleep. They put you to sleep with the dermabrasion. What's up, Daniel? Violetta, your hair looks cute. Thank you. Yeah, I got a little bow back there. You see it? Yeah, I'm excited though. And you know what? I freaking earned it, bitch. Like all the work that I did, all the shit that I've been through. My God, I freaking earned it. Damn it. To be honest. Face Off is a fun movie. A little bit you're brave. I couldn't do that. Yeah, you can. If you want to bad enough. Like if you have acne scars like mine, you would be like, no, I don't give a fuck what it takes. Like honestly. Just being real. Hi, Chad. Oh, Chad. Is that your real name? Literally beauty sleep. Yes, literally. How long to heal? For the Morpheus 8, it takes like a couple of days, like a day or two, right? Because they're not like peeling anything off. They're just like poking a bunch of holes in your face. So you just like, I'm not going to wear makeup for a couple of days. I'm just going to kind of sleep it out, take care of my skin, etc. And then yeah, and then I'm gonna go back to just being normal. So the Morpheus 8, it's only like like 2 days and you can go back to normal. When it comes to the like the dermabrasion, like where they shave your face off, it takes 2 weeks. So there's some downtime. Like your face is raw. You're covered in petroleum jelly. It's pretty gross. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Are you on Hinge? No. I don't do dating apps. Oh, okay. Are you on Hinge? Like, what? If I'm on any dating apps, it's from the profiles that I haven't deleted. Unless somebody's using my pictures. No, I'm not on any dating apps. No, I don't do dating apps, dude. I used to do dating apps and it was just terrible. Oh my God. It was terrible. Like nobody there values human life. Like there's no value of human life. It's literally just like, oh, what do I want to eat today? A blonde, a brunette, a military guy, right? You just oh, don't like that one, had sex with that one, don't like it. Okay, next person. Like, no, that is so like what is this? A human slaughterhouse? It's just bizarre. I hate it. What has been your experience using dating apps? Douchebags. Douchebags. Total douchebags. I'm trying to think of a single one that I met that was like, there was only one that turned into a relationship and he helped get me sober. But other than that, just not for me. I don't know. It was just weird. It was just so weird. Don't do it, dude. Like just don't do it. I'm telling you, because the thing is, let's say that you don't look at people like that, right? That's great. You don't look at people like all you can eat human buffet. You treat people like they're supposed to be treated. You treat people like they're human beings. Great. Love that for you. That's not the place for you then. It's not the place for you. Like if you're just looking for some ass, if you're looking to get used for your money, for your whatever's going on between your legs, absolutely 100% go for it. We love that for you. Okay, if that's where you're at in life. If that's not where you're at in life and you're actually looking for something serious, you're looking for somebody to treat you right, I just don't think that is the place. Now, I'm not saying, am I saying that there are not good women or good men on dating apps? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're in, first of all, the age of Aquarius, but we're in this age of technology, where it's very prevalent. Everybody's using it, and it has actually quite dehumanized us. It's like we have used social media and we've used dating apps as a way to connect with each other, but it has actually almost done the opposite. And not only that, but it has caused people who isolate, or with people with depression, It just simply has increased, in my personal opinion. And I just really don't think that's it. Tinder, hey, all good. All good. Sober from what? Crystal meth. No, I'm just kidding. Alcohol and tobacco. Yeah, over 4 years. That's why I'm 42 and single. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with being in your 40s and being single, dude. I really wish more men would go to therapy. I really wish more men would go to therapy. I think that, men are so like, oh, that's pussy shit, or that's something women do, but I can guarantee you, if more men went to therapy, we would have less women in therapy, okay? Just saying. Oh, thank you, Trey. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here. That means a lot to me. Good to show some blonde. That's what I'm saying. Can you pin the super chat info with Rick Astor? Oh, sorry. I don't see it. Did you meet like a good no, he would no. No, he was not a good Christian guy. Oh my God. He had a tattoo of a cross, but let me tell you something. That was just a cover. Ah, I'm sorry. No, I don't know if he even believed in God. I honestly don't. I mean, I think he had a cross tattoo, but he also had like a demon angel tattooed on his back or something. It was freaking horrendous. Oh my God. No, but well, the thing is he used to go out and drink a lot, right? And he used to irk me because he reminded me of the old me, like in my early 20s, and I couldn't stand it. And then like he ended up breaking up with me because I was being like an idiot. Basically, I deserved it. Like I was being, of course I didn't know he was cheating on me the whole time either, but that's honestly neither here nor there. I don't give a fuck now, but honestly, when I found out, I didn't even cry. It was like almost like, oh, that was expected, like okay. But he like broke up with me, and it took me like losing him to like get it. And so I was like sitting there like hungover as fuck. I was like laying there naked, like staring up at the ceiling. I was like, God, I'm like ruining my life. And then I get a message about something was happening with my kids. And I was like, you know what? That is like the signal. That is like the stamp of approval of not doing that anymore. Like, and so I never touched alcohol ever again. I never touched another cigarette again. And, it's like we can sit there and talk about how much we hate our exes, and, maybe I don't respect some of them, but it doesn't mean that like, they don't all have a special place in some way where it's like, you know what, I'm really glad I met that person because so and so, like whatever, moving on. You know what I mean? So it's like you can get something out of everything. Um, but yeah, so no, he wasn't like Christian. He was very attractive, but he was a great guy. He's a great guy. Blessing in disguise, absolutely. I have the same sexy. No, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, exes are lessons. Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I don't have any hate for them. I'm just like whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever. It is what it is. There's still like one that I can't forgive, but the rest of them just like whatever. Yeah, he was a Virgo. His birthday was like a day 2 days before mine or something like that. How long ago was this? 4 years ago. He broke up with me on December 27th of 2019. Mhm. But he cheat most men cheat from my From my yeah, from my well, I've had guys that haven't cheated, I guess, supposedly, but you never really can trust that. You know what I mean? I hate to say that, but unless they're like super old, but it's like even even then it's like whatever. Um so yeah. Um Yeah, I guess, I mean, he changed my life. Every ex that I've had has changed my life, every single one. But that's because I allowed it. That's because I'm not resistant to change. And I'm not too egoic or too egotistical to like not be open to what an ex or what my partner has to say about what I need to change. Because I can literally look at something that they say and I can take the criticism and be like, either I agree with that or I don't. And I have a pretty good head on my shoulders for the most part, right? I'm not saying I don't have an ego. Of course, everybody does, but I can be like, okay, you know what? You're right. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. Like, I'm being a piece of shit right now, and I will make that change, even if it's something to do with like looks. Andrew, what's up, Lone Ranger? Clarify most, not just listen. If you're not a cheater, then don't take it personally. But most men, I have dated men and women, and I'm going to tell you that it has been the men that has caused me the absolute most trauma of my life. That is the reason why I have PTSD. What's up, Angela? Oh my God, hi. What dating app did you meet him through? Oh God, I don't know. Bumble. Because I say it in my song. I made a song about him called Raging Roses. It's on Apple and Spotify. Yeah, you should check it out. But for you, not them. Oh, absolutely not. No. I did it for them. I absolutely did it for them. But I'm one of those kinds of people where, like I said, like first of all, I'm Venus ruled, right? And so then I also have Venus in the seventh house of my one-on-one committed partnerships. And so a lot of like what I do, I'm very much about my partner. I'm very dedicated, right? I'm very dedicated to my partner. I very much take into consideration what my partner prefers and what they don't. And like even if now if there's now I still have discernment. I could be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I don't like that. Or I could try it and then be like, no, I'm going back to this, right? Like I could, let my hair grow out brown, right? And for a partner because they don't like the blondes and then like be like, hey, you know what? No, I'm going back blonde. Like, and it's just I kind of use discernment with it. But if it's something like, I can't be with you because you're a drunken idiot, then like, yeah, that's something to take in consideration. And at first I do it for them until it becomes me, until it becomes me. It was Bumble. Fuck you, Andrew. Virgo women are great. I don't have to guess what they're thinking. Yeah, and I'm a very assertive communicator. I very much, you know, I have no problem saying what I think and saying how I feel. But the problem is that I've been more mature than I would say most of my partners. Except I would say the women for the most part were pretty on board, but it was the men that were very like when are you gonna grow up, or like when are you gonna take accountability, you know what I mean? Bumble, LMAO, to be honest, I had a wild ride using dating apps. I think I need therapy due to the brain damage that it got from it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Virgo people are the most interesting. I don't know if, yes, I'm a Virgo, but I'm a Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Venus and Scorpio. We Virgos are straight shooters. People work hard, too much fluff. Yeah, and listen, I've dated that last Virgo that I was just telling you about, man. Virgo risings too. And sometimes they'll be harsher than others, but Virgo suns are a lot harsher than Virgo risings. Virgo risings kind of, like say it, say it with their chest, but they got a cushion. You know what I mean? Virgo suns are just like, bitch, you're ugly. No, I'm just kidding. But they're a little bit more harsh. They'll kind of like pick you apart a little bit. And that ex I was just telling you about, he was a Virgo sun, and I mean, he made this joke one time. I have really skinny legs, right? And I used to drink, and so I kind of had, like, a fatter belly, but tiny, skinny little legs, right, with big tits, and I remember we were about to have sex, and he laid me down, and he looks at my legs, and he goes, "God damn, you look like you've been in a wheelchair your whole life." I can tell you. And I tell you, I fell out. And then this man proceeds to make sweet, sweet love to me. I'm like, how could you just like get into character like that? How are you not pissing yourself? What's your rising, Bratty? I'm a Taurus rising, Taurus moon in my first house. I didn't know you were a Taurus moon too. Yes, I am. Although I am Jupiter dominant, my top three dominants are Jupiter, which is number one. My second is Pluto dominant, and my third is Venus dominant. Oh, it was hysterical, bitch. I laugh my like I can take a joke, for the most part, I can take a joke. And it was just the way he said it. Like I couldn't, I just fell out. I absolutely fell out. Chad, I'm doing super chat questions. Nicole, how does the Aquarius feel about me? What's the Seven of Swords in reverse? Well, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I think that there's something that he wants to tell you, like when it comes to the breakup or something that he's wanting to confess. I asked, well, what does he want to confess? And I got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. About why something didn't work out, or about why he thinks that something won't, or maybe something he did to fuck up your guys' relationship in some way, or maybe he's not ready to fully commit. With that Nine of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse can represent like, oh, I'm more so focused on myself. Like I'm putting the attention to myself, and the Nine of Cups can also talk about that. And like I'm content doing that. Will he reach out? The Tower. Yeah, I feel like eventually, but I feel like it's gonna kind of come out of nowhere. It could be during this Mars square Uranus, this weekend, just because this is Mars and this is a little like, whoa. So I feel like he will, but I feel like it's gonna be more of like a surprise, like when you least expect it. What are your overall favorite placements and why? Um, Cancer suns are my favorite people. Don't even care. I've had it out with some of them and I just don't care. They're still my favorite people. Even if they're fake, they're the sweetest fake people. Like I love Cancer Suns. I think they are the absolute sweetest. And listen, even if, right, even if it's not real, right, even if they're trying to sweep you off their feet, man, they are the best manipulators. They really make you feel like you were fucking Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, bitch. I also love Capricorn Suns are also my favorite. I just like them. Their sun always falls in my ninth house. And so there's this, I don't know, like a bigger, I don't know, like I just like how they think and I like how they are and they're about their business. You know what I mean? Like I really like Capricorns. Vanessa Williams, Bratty, why did Leo get distant today? The Hermit. That's funny. Eight of Swords, why? Why? You're not telling me. It seems like he's stuck on either like a legal matter or there's something that he needs to discuss with some kind of advisor potentially. It seems like some kind of unfinished business that he has, but it seems more personal. It feels like almost professional or feels like something going on in the background that he has to make a decision on, but he needs advice on how to move forward. And it's about some kind of unfinished business that he hasn't closed up, but it's not like telling me what it is. My other favorite placements, I like Venus and Cancer. Venus and Cancer, Mercury and Scorpio is fucking hilarious. I love Mercury and Scorpio people. They are so absolutely funny, but it's like this deadpan, like dark humor, gangster kind of like like the way that they communicate, it's very like deadpan, but like it's funny because it's true kind of thing. I also like Mercury in Sagittarius, and I know that Mercury doesn't do well in Sagittarius, but that's why it's such an absolutely delicious placement. Although when these people get like out of like get too far, they get too far. You know, it's like, ooh, crossed a line, you know. Um, but my mom is a Merc in Sag, my daughter's a Merc in Sag, my best friend is a Mercury in Sagittarius. I have matching tattoos with him. I absolutely love him. He is very blunt and he is not afraid to go to bat with you. And a lot of the times he will win. And if he doesn't win, he will figure out a way to manipulate you into thinking that he won. And that's it, you know. Venus and Scorpio. I'm a Venus and Scorpio. I love it and I hate it at the same time. You know, I dated one once, but it was a very like Venus and Scorpio is already incredibly dark, but people who don't know how to like haven't like mastered the energy. I dated one and he used to lock me in closets and beat the shit out of me. Like he was absolutely insane. Like he kidnapped me. Okay. And I developed Stockholm syndrome. This is like my first long relationship ever. It was traumatizing. So, you know, it really depends on if this person has like mastered that energy or not, right? And Venus and Scorpio, although I will say that they will never leave. You know, they will never leave. Now, I think that when it comes to like so like for earth placements, I like them for different reasons, but if you want somebody that's really going to like shower you with gifts, or if you want somebody who people are always like, oh, sugar daddy Capricorn. No, no, no. Venus in Capricorn will give you a little something, something, right? Right. But it's still Saturn. This is the responsible gifts. You know, here's a daily planner, you know, here's some lunch money, right? All right. Thanks, Grandpa, right? It's like, get you a Taurus placement, okay? Tauruses might as well be ruled by Jupiter, in my opinion. Taurus placements will shower you with gifts. They will adorn you, almost like a Venus and Leo. Almost like a Venus and Leo. Taurus placements will adorn the fuck out of you. It's incredible. Um, Stacy Boyer. All right, this Aquarius is texting me again after a fallout last night. I went out and had a good time a couple of times with him, but is he a homosexual? Oh, okay. Is he a homosexual? What the heck does he Is that a serious question? Woo! Alrighty. Oh my god. Okay. What the heck does he want? Alright, this is the craziest text me after fall last night. Went out and had a good time with him. Okay. What does he want? He don't fucking know. Eight of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. So what I really feel is that this person wants something for nothing. That's what I got. That's what I kind of got from this. I don't really think that this is somebody who's really interested in like learning about you or really putting in a whole lot of effort. I feel like what's that Seven of Pentacles? The Page of Swords. This person's just more like curious, like, what am I doing here? It just kind of feels like an airhead a little bit. Like I feel like there is another situation that he's likely curious about, and that's probably where a lot of his time or his energy is going. But with that Judgment in reverse, I feel like he's maybe having an issue with the past or taking accountability for something in the past, or he's dealing with something from the past that he doesn't necessarily want to deal with potentially. And so I feel like his attention is kind of spread a little thin, if I'm gonna be honest. But listen, I don't know if he's a homosexual, whatever, but that's true about Taurus. Yeah, that's my ex. Rach says, "Ha, that's my ex. Lots of Taurus placements, lots of gifts." Yeah, yeah, they will. But you got to be careful because there are some Taurus placements where because keep in mind, Scorpio is Taurus's sister sign. So while Taurus can be like, "Oh yeah, all about like here," you know, sometimes they'll do it out of control. sometimes they can be financially abusive, okay? Keep that in mind, where they will, try to dangle a carrot in front of your face, where they will try to, you got to be really careful with some tourist placements that are not evolved and that are a little like, they can be really fucking crazy. Um, to be honest, okay? Hobo is a homeless person, I think. I'm dead, Brita. What's up, Mary? My Danny says my Venus is Taurus, loves gift. Oh, so your Venus falls in my first house. Tell me I'm pretty. No, I'm just kidding. Summer, is he still thinking of me? If anything, he could be exploring his options, but if you know that he's not, I would say it's more of a sexual fantasy with that. This is Venus and Scorpio. Okay, so I know about that energy more than anybody. Um, what are his thoughts? The Emperor? Yeah, probably. This is Mars and Venus energy, okay? So this can definitely be very sexual. I feel like this is the type of person to get a little rough in the bedroom, maybe. But I feel like this is somebody who's a little detached from their emotions, and it may be a lot more sexual than anything, okay? But I feel like he wants to take charge. Shut up, Lori. You're so dumb. Um, Jay Lydia says, "Yeah, my ex is a Taurus, complete financial abuse." Yeah, they will be like that. Thanks, Carmen. Yeah, they will be like that. They will be, they can be very financially abusive. They'll try to control you and possess you through the possessions that they possess for you. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got this for you. Like, listen, they'll do something like this. They'll like buy you a phone, right? They'll like buy you a new phone, but then they'll like while you're drunk, they'll like throw away your old phone, and then that way they have info into your iCloud, and they can watch everything that they can get really fucking crazy. Like, you think I'm joking, I'm not. Thanks, Danny. Way goes, how will my career life be in Robert Walters' company? Just want to have a glimpse if it is somehow a right choice, good company for me. Let me see. So, Eight of Pentacles and the Hangman in reverse. I feel like this is something that you really have a chance at really working at and coming out on top. Like, there's something that while you're in this company, I feel like you're going to master, but it could get to a point where this is Pisces in reverse. So when I think of Pisces in reverse, I'm kind of thinking of the opposite sign, Virgo, and this is Virgo, right? And I feel like you could get a little too it has to be perfect, right? Because you could be so, like, kinda get, like, a little, like, I don't know if obsessed is the right word, but you could get very, like, I don't even know if passionate is the right word. You could very much wanna master it to the best of your ability, which isn't a bad thing. I just wanna say, like, don't be really hard on yourself, because you may be really wanting to do a good job, and I think you're gonna do a fine job, and I think you're gonna do great, and it's probably gonna bring you to a sense of independence, but don't be so focused on perfection, just be focused on doing a good job. My ex Taurus was controlling and abusive. Yeah, and it's very unfortunate because Taurus placements, when they're in their highest energy, when they're at their highest octave, they can be great people. Like, they really are the most beautiful. My first like teenage, relationship, right? My boyfriend, he was a Taurus, and he was so wonderful. But his father was also there, his parents were wonderful, and you can see that was very much reflected onto him, and he would do anything for me. He'd spend his last dollar on me. It didn't matter, honey, and he was just so yeah. Um, no, Sandro. No. Anir, struggling mentally and financially, looking to find a new home soon. How am I self-sabotaging? You already know what it is with that devil in reverse. I feel like you already know what it is, and you already know that the cycles that have taken place. It's telling me that you know what it is with that devil in reverse. It's something that you're already very well aware of, but you keep doing it because it's something that you're used to doing. And so I kind of feel like this is more habitual, like it's some kind of habitual pattern, and it could be I don't know, not spending enough time with, I don't know, family and friends, and isolating too much and not being connected with other people. God damn it. Okay. It could be spending too much time with other people and not having enough time for yourself to spend some one-on-one time with yourself. It can be many things, but it's telling me that you already know what it is. What else is it that I need to know or that I'm not seeing? So with that 5 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 7 of Wands, I feel like you're very conflicted about a very, very, very big decision that you need to make, and you could be too intimidated to make the decision, or you could be afraid of upsetting other people, or something like that. I'm kind of saying, like, I want you to think about this, right? This big decision that you feel like you need to make. It could be around love, it could be around competition. I see the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, being afraid that maybe you can't compete or something. First of all, you can, okay? It's telling me that with that 7 of Wands and the Lovers, if you make some kind of higher self decision, you're going to be the one that's at the top of the hill and everybody's going to want your place. But you have to stop having some kind of internal conflict with yourself or having some kind of imposter syndrome or something like this. And so I want to tell you, when it comes to this big decision that you're needing to make, I want you to think about the person that you care about the most, right? Think about that person. Like, put that person in your head right now, okay? And imagine that that person came up to you and was like, "Hey, Anir, I need advice about this." What would you tell that person that you love the most to do? You take that advice. That's your advice. Patterns. House 6. Didn't I just say habits? House 6 is habits. Ghosts. Step out of your comfort zone. So, house 6, right? What is that? That's the day-to-day routine. That's our negative habits. So funny. I was just saying that. And ghosts is like the past. Like, what is still haunting you? Why do you still have these habits, right? Maybe it's something like, maybe it's really bad, eating habits. Okay, let's say it's that. Let's say it's really bad eating habits, and you start, every time that you have an emotional volatile situation happen to you, or some kind of breakup or some kind of upset, you go and eat every fucking Oreo in the house. And it's like, that you do it, but you're not doing anything to change it. And then you start feeling really down on yourself because you ate all the Oreos in the house. And then not only that, but now you have to kind of go to the gym and like figure it out. But now it's like you're too lazy to go to the gym and you just keep doing, I don't know. So right, whatever the thing is, it's kind of telling you, like, why don't you go to the root of the problem? Why every time, like, why is your coping mechanism the coping mechanism that it is? And what can you do to change that? And sometimes it just takes one step per day, right? It's just something as simple. And I was just saying this on my stream or whatever earlier, but I was talking about how sometimes it just takes that one little step and doing that for like 28 days, right? And seeing what changes. So for instance, if you're wanting to get off of if you're not wanting to check your phone first thing in the day because you feel like your fucking brain is fried, right? Like everybody else in the world, it's about waking up, not touching your phone for like the first hour, getting your water, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, washing your face, whatever it is that you do, and break that habit and do that for 28 days. And then, once you break that habit, that becomes a habit. That new break of your habit becomes your new habit. So it's like, what do you need to be doing? Hope that makes sense. Marilyn, does the theater company want to produce my work? Bitch, is that Marilyn Monroe? Oh, we got Marilyn in here. They're apprehensive. They're apprehensive, but they're thinking on it, is what it looks like. They don't know. Okay, whatever the hell that means for you. Okay, 2 wands in reverse is like, I don't fucking know, right? I don't know how people are gonna take it. 4 of swords is like, but we're thinking about it, right? But we're thinking about it logically. We're not getting our emotions in it. So I don't know. Sky, what is the person on my mind's feelings towards me? 8 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Cups. They could feel like you've settled for them, or they could feel like they've settled, to be honest. Like, this is somebody that's like never fucking happy with what they have, and they just keep going back and forth. You know what I mean? Just being honest, okay? This is like somebody that just keeps going back and forth with things, and is just never disappointed with anything, or is never happy about anything they fucking have. God, have you ever been with a person like this? It's traumatizing. What's up, Matt? Ooh, Jupiter and Scorpio in the 5th house. Oh, I bet you'll try anything. No, I'm just kidding. Ah! My other favorite placements though, I think Capricorn risings are beautiful. I really do. I think Capricorn rising people are absolutely stunning. Um, Fire signs are cool, but I can't hang around them too long. They're why are you hollering? It's like, oh my God. And I don't have many fire placements. But when I need a boost of confidence, I go to my fire sign friends. Okay. So I know when I need, instead of playing like the Rocky Balboa song, right? I just, text one of my fire sign friends and they're like, no, fuck that bitch. You are everything. They don't deserve you. You're the shit. Don't forget who you are, queen. You're welcome in here anytime. Yes, she's back from the dead for a super chat question. Should have asked earlier though. Dead. Capricorn moon. I've dated 2 Capricorn moons. They're sad, but they try to hide it. Mm-hmm. And they sometimes feel like they can't express their emotions, or sometimes they'll view vulnerability or even empathy sometimes as a weakness. And pray to God that a Cap moon is not a narcissist, because then fucking forget it, dude. It's a nightmare. But Capricorn moons, they will do for you, but sometimes when they get when they feel under pressure, they can be quite condescending. Okay. They can be quite condescending, like a grandpa that's trying to scold you, for not finishing college. It's like, okay, why don't you go sit down, grandpa, and read the fucking paper? You know what I'm saying? Relax. Okay. Change your diaper. What's up, Jocelyn? Um, oh no, I'm going to dinner with one on Sunday. A Capricorn moon? Oh, Capricorn moons aren't bad. They're honestly so sweet. But like it was hard though, because Capricorn moons, the moon's in its fall. You know what I'm saying? It's in its fall in Capricorn. And my moon is exalted. And so I'm very, my moon in Taurus, I'm very emotionally intelligent. Okay. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what my exes told you. They're stupid. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty emotionally intelligent, and I'm very like empathetic. And so sometimes talking to a Capricorn moon is like trying to talk somebody who's in prison themselves inside of their own jail cell. It's like, you want to come out, or like, are you just gonna, you know? But I got plenty to give. I got plenty to give. My moon is sextile Jupiter. My ruling planet is trine Jupiter. Honey, I got plenty of love to give. I'm not going anywhere, but sometimes, man, it's like, oh, fucking, all right, grandpa. Shit. Yeah, I'm taking super chat questions. What's up, Courtney? Talk about being a walking contradiction. Hey, darling, heard some crazy stuff on general reads. What does my weekend look like? Oh, you talk about the Mars square Uranus, right? 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. What's that High Priestess in reverse? The Ace of Wands. If you've been in some like kind of like financial bind, or in some kind of like sadness, or feeling like something's missing out of your life or something like that, you may be realizing that you haven't really seen your full potential, or you haven't been confident enough to go after your full potential, whatever that may be. And I could see this actually like inspiring you. It could also be that there's something that you learn that actually makes you more confident. So something comes out about somebody, or you hear that somebody said something about you. It doesn't have to be something bad per se, but it seems like it's making you feel more confident, or it's making you assert yourself, or you're putting yourself in more of like a leadership position. The 4 of Wands and the Ace of I don't really see anything too bad. I mean, it might be like, needing to listen to your intuition more, and instead of trying to fight it. It could be something like that, and taking the lead in something. But I see maybe you buying something for your home. It could be maybe you wanting to redecorate your home. Maybe you're wanting to go out and you feel like you don't have the funds, and then the funds come in, or it's something like that. So I see you kind of breaking free. I see you celebrating. I see you having a reason to celebrate and having a good time. Keep in mind, guys, I understand that Mars is squaring Uranus this weekend. I get that. But also understand that the squares to Uranus is not always about like violence and crazy shit. You know, it can be a breakthrough. It can be a breakthrough. It's not always a breakdown. So keep that in mind. And sometimes you got to break down before you break. Speaking of Mars, sometimes you got to break down to break through. The fuck? What's the warning about? There may be somebody that is in kind of like a secret competition with you is what I want to say with that Mars warning and hold your vision. I want to say like stand your ground and stand in your confidence. This person thinks that they're in like some kind of secret competition with you because they are jealous of you in some way or because they want something that you have. This is somebody who feels like they will just never win, or this is somebody who's acting like they're not in competition with you or acting like they don't care when they actually do. So I don't know who the fuck that is. But I would say like look. I don't know where this is happening in your chart, the Mars square Uranus, but that will tell you a lot about what that is. I'm a pretty quiet Aries and I can be lazy. Okay. Well, where is Mars? What's Mars doing? Where is Mars and what is Mars doing, you know? But yeah, Virgo moons are insane. Virgo moons are insane. Like, bitch, even you know, I would say like moon in Capricorn, or moon in Virgo, or more so moon in Virgo, or even Virgo risings. But they will like when they get really stressed out, they will start cleaning everything in the fucking house, and it's like, okay, like relax, Mary Poppins. Like you can sit down. Like you know that's how my mom's a moon in Virgo, and you know she would get stressed out, and then she'd get drunk, and then you'd hear the vacuum going at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, oh God, mom's stressed out again. You know, it's like Virgo moon here. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Um, Jocelyn, will BK make another attempt? I feel like he might try to apologize, but it's more of like a tail between the legs. Or he's trying to let go of the past. It seems like he's really hurt by something or really emotionally triggered by something. Will he reach out though? I think that he will, but it's going to be like a tail between his legs, or it's going to be like a little lackluster because I think he does view you as somebody who's relationship material, most likely. Should I give him a chance? I feel like this person's not up to par is what I want to say. That Queen of Swords, as soon as I pulled it, I was like, I already know. And then I saw the King of Cups in reverse that followed. So this is really making me feel like this is somebody who could just be like saying shit to like get you to comply. Okay. The King of Cups in reverse is somebody who will literally just say whatever it is that they feel like you want to hear in order to fuck you or in order to, you know, get something from you. And that Queen of Swords is saying like, think quick, bitch. You know, like really separate your feelings from it and learn from your past or learn from what this person has already showed you. So you got Trine for your advice, survival, and the answers you need are coming. I'm almost feeling like don't fight too hard for shit, you know? Like don't fight too hard for something, especially you know, especially if like this is somebody who won't take accountability or own up to things or whatever the case. Like don't make it harder on yourself, you know? Like just kind of like let them just be who they are and you decide whether or not that's good enough for you, because the last thing that you want to do is sit there and try to make somebody understand and make somebody understand and get them to see reason and da you're going to wear yourself out, you're going to be exhausted, and most likely 8 times out of 10 they're not going to take anything from it. So I will say that there is a culmination, there is like a closing out. Like I feel like you will get answers. I just want to say don't make it harder on yourself. Pisces, Mars need more rest. Listen, Mars and Pisces men. Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mhm. That's that 12th house D. Larger than life. Sorry. It's true though, you know? Oh, you're so welcome, Jocelyn, anytime. I've seemingly been stalked by a cat for the last 2 years. Really? What Capricorn has the time? Are they penciling in these in their scheduled book? Are they penciling it in? Um, Marry a Virgo moon, got it. I'm dead. Lori said, I'm not sure I heard the same thing you did, Rach. Everyone's taking notes. I'm saying. Mars and Libra is nice too. I mean, it's pretty. You know what I mean? It's pretty. It's very nice. Why do I feel like Mars and Taurus would be like hella stocky? You know, like looking like looking like the Rock's neck, bitch. It's a long story. I'm trying to think. I don't ever remember having like any like real issue with a Capricorn sun. The craziest stalker I've ever had were Tauruses. Like male and female, bro. Scary. Like I'm talking like criminal investigation. Scary. Okay, you think I'm joking. I'm talking about Taurus suns. And like this is the thing, right? And I'm not saying all, okay? But I will say I think it's more so the late degree Taurus suns, okay? Think about it. Hitler was a Taurus, okay? I'm just saying. Okay. Um, but there are a lot of really scary Taurus suns. Now, the reason why, okay, hear me out. The reason why I think that Taurus suns are insane is because Taurus, first of all, Venus and the sun are enemies, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But not only that, right? Not only that, but also Tauruses have the fixed star Algol, in their sign. I think it's at 28 degrees, is what I want to say. And that's like the demon evil star. And I swear. And the thing is the one thing that yes, Hitler was a Taurus sun, honey. hmm And um I really have like a theory about them. Like even if you look at the guy that played Joffrey on Game of Thrones, right? Taurus sun. Negan from Walking Dead, Taurus sun. They even play crazy. But they're really crazy. Like, Taurus suns are crazy, okay? Now, there are some that maybe they're more early degree, right? Like, I'm a 7-degree ascendant, Taurus, right? So I'm far away from that shit. It's over there somewhere, right? Don't get me wrong, I have my moments, Venus and Scorpio, but that fixed star Algol, I think, is the culprit. 27 degrees. Yeah, it might be 27 degrees. But, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong. It's really like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, and they can hide it really well too. It's kind of, but usually they don't want to. They want you to know. Like some of the most volatile people I've met are the benefics, are Venus and Jupiter people. Like, you ever been to war with these people? Y- uh, uh, You know how much drama I've been in with Sagittarius suns? Almost every enemy that I had back when I first started social media was a Sagittarius. It was uncanny. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, man, that unevolved is scary. Well, Pinky, you sound like maybe you're on the good side. Hopefully, right? You never gave me any problems anyway. What do you think of Venus in Taurus? Oh, beautiful placement. First of all, Venus is in domicile in Taurus. Venus loves being in Taurus. Venus comes into, the Taurus constellation, kicks off her high heels and her stilettos and puts on her little bonnet and does her fucking skincare. She feels like $1,000,000. And I love Taurus placements because they fall in my first house, especially Venus. Shit. Venus and Taurus is absolutely love me, honey. They think I am just the belle of the ball. And they spend money on me. It's beautiful. Even Saturn in Taurus, they want to take care of me and shit. Mars and Mars can go either way, right? Somebody who has like Mars in your first house, they can either be like super like sexually like charged about you, or they can be, God, annoying, or it's that they actually have this underlying sexual tension towards you, but they try to mask it as like you're annoying or they don't like you. I've been on both ends. What's up, Mad Max? I don't wear high heels. Bitch, we're talking about Venus, okay? Venus wears heels. Venus is that bitch. But, I'm saying that Venus in Taurus, Venus likes being in Taurus. I'm not talking about you, bitch, just because you got the placements, okay? Although you are a Taurus rising, so you are Venus. Maybe you just express it differently. Don't you also have Mars in Taurus and Saturn in Taurus? Don't you have a Taurus stellium? That's why you're so crazy. Oh no, hope not Sag rising. I'm not super familiar with Sag rising. I don't think I've met a lot of them. But yeah, I think Venus in Taurus is a beautiful placement. Venus and Sag, oh, experimental. I feel like Venus and Sag, I've dated a Venus and Sag. Very they're all they're like Venus and Leo, but not necessarily. I don't know how to explain it. They're very like how do I explain? Because I like to go off of personal experience. They like to show you off. They'll like to show you off. I notice Venus and Sag. Um, Moon in Leo was really like that though. I dated a Moon in Leo. So his moon fell in my 5th house because I look at Placidus, right? And he just thought I was the shit, honey, and he wanted everybody to know. It was hysterical. I love moon in 5th house synastry. I think that is just the greatest placement. The moon house, or the moon house, the moon person just thinks the world of the 5th house person, like thinks like this is how people should be. You know what I mean? I absolutely love moon in 5th house synastry. I struggle with dominant Sag placements. It's like love hate. It's one extreme to the other for me. Like me and my mother, we hate each other. Me and my daughter, closest thing ever. Me and my best friend, closest thing ever. My ex, biggest enemy of my life, Sagittarius. Like it's completely one way or the other. There's no in between. I can run in heels. Please don't. Um, Saturn and Taurus, Venus and Cappy. I like to wear Benjis. Oh, look at you. Okay. Venus and Capricorn is cool. Venus and Capricorn are like, let me take you out to lunch. Let's go have brunch. It's cute. It's a cute placement. It's a cute placement. I have fun traveling with these people because it falls in my they have fun traveling with me, but their Venus falls in my 9th house. So like my best friend, he's a Sag, but he has Venus and Capricorn, and we used to always go on trips together. What do you think of people with placements in your 12th? Oof. I really think that these people it can feel intrusive when somebody has a planet in your 12th house. Now, I think if it's Venus, I think that there's a really deep understanding there. Venus is exalted in the 12th house. So I feel like if somebody has their Venus in your house, it's going to feel like this person truly understands you, I think, at like a very deep level, right? Like bottom of the ocean level. You know, they'll go down to the bottom of the ocean and they'll find that little treasure chest that you got there. And the thing is that I also think that people, especially if it's like the sun maybe, but people that have placements in your 12th house, they can like see a talent that you have, or they can see your highest potential when you can't. So it really depends. Of course, sometimes these people can be hidden enemies, so keep that in mind. But if it's good, right? If it's making decent aspects, if it's, a good placement, I think that these people can really encourage you to be the best that you can be. Like Carmen, she's a sun in Aries, so her sun falls in my 12th house, and this person, I mean, she also has a stellium in my first house as well, but she very much sees more of me than I can see, right? Because the 12th houses are subconscious, right? So it's like we don't always want to look there, we don't want to go there, it fucking hurts, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to see what's going on there. But the thing is that if we don't look there, we don't realize we really are missing the treasure chest at the bottom of the ocean, because it is your hidden potential. It is your hidden talent. And so people that sometimes will have their planets in your 12th house will see that about you, even when you don't, and they can kind of pull that out of you a little bit or encourage you to see that. Um, Courtney, does my husband have some major loss this weekend? What's that star in reverse? I feel like no, I don't think so. The Queen of Cups, the Star in reverse, and the Sun. I feel like there's a mutual love, mutual understanding. I feel like there's a lot of lovey-doveyness kind of going on. It could be very sexually charged. Keep that in mind. But this to me looks like a lot of confidence. You even possibly building up your partner's confidence. The Star is in reverse though, so there could be like a lack of direction maybe, or there could be some kind of like lack of hope, or needing to heal something, and potentially from the past, something needs to change. And it could be somebody's direction, or it could be something that they're holding on to that is actually hindering them from making progress. However, I feel like with that sun there, I feel like things are looking up. Or show me next week. Be careful of like money. Seven of Pentacles in reverse can be like a loss of some kind of investment. And so it looks like there's some kind of like, it could be from the past. It looks like we're going back to resolve something, something that we thought we could move on from, something that we thought was resolved may kind of come back, and we may need to take a second look at it. So yeah, it could be financially, but this weekend looks okay. Chiron, some kind of healing, like I said, self-interest, and conclusions are within reach. What's that self-interest about? The Two of Swords. Okay. So this could simply be saying that there could be somebody in your guys' life, maybe that is only looking out for themselves, and it could be possible that you find out about it. How you decide to deal with that is, obviously up to you. Um, Somebody may be needing to think about the other person with that Chiron and self-interest there. Like if somebody's too self-involved, or somebody's not, um, um, looking out for the other person, or taking into account the other person's opinions, or the other person's interests, or whatever it is, that could definitely pose to be a problem. So I don't know who needs that advice. But I will say that conclusions are within reach, potentially over some kind of wound, around something that somebody wants. Okay. Rocio, Luna. Hey babe, I'm Luna. I want to know, what does Ivan feel for me? And what are his future plans? Three of Pentacles and the Strength. He feels like you guys have really good camaraderie, is what I'm getting with that. Like he feels like he has something to learn from you, and vice versa, or he has something that he can teach you. And there could be a sense of passion there, but it almost feels like it's under a tight rein for some reason. What are his future plans? Ooh, wow. Reconciliation, coming together with you. Knight of Cups, Three of Cups. I love it. I mean, this is somebody who's clearly romantically interested. So, yeah, I feel like he's trying to eat what you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe what he's trying to eat, you ain't got to cook. You know what I mean? Sorry. Um, Mars in Aries. No, thanks. Mars in Aries is the type that really doesn't want to talk about it. It's the type that's just probably going to deck you right in your face. Too impulsive for me. I have Mars in Capricorn, right? So my usually my anger is very on a tight rein, on a tight leash usually, right? And so I don't really like the impulsive reactions that people can have. Mars and Gemini can be like this, but more verbal. Aries will straight deck you in the face. You know what I mean? Mars and Aries will fuck you up, and not even think about it and be like, oh shit, right? Whoopsie, made a mistake. Like, no. Um what's up, King James? Love you too, Rocio. Thanks. Danny says I am approaching my 7th house in Aries, perfection year. Any insight into that? Okay. Well, obviously a big focus on relationships. That's that me versus we. Now as far as Aries, I mean, yeah, maybe there could be some conflicts, or, maybe it's that you're going to be focusing on working with a therapist or something like that. It's other people, you know what I mean? Where your first house perfection here is like focusing on you and your physical body. And now if we're focusing on the 7th house, now we're focusing on the other people that we're bringing into our life. Rick says, my son, I'm sorry, Rick, I didn't even see that. My son is in my own 12th house. That maybe accounts for my level of self-observation. I love that. I love that. I think that Carmen has that as well. Carmen, don't you have sun in the 12th house? Oh, no. You should be able to go back. I put it so that there aren't. Oh, no, I put conservative ads. Did it do that the whole fucking thing? Okay, well, hopefully it didn't like totally. I mean, she'll be able to go back and listen to it, but that's kind of annoying. I'm so sorry. Um, was gonna say I have North Node in my 12th house in Aries. I still don't get it. Bitch, I thought you were a Taurus rising. Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio will literally to kill you. Mars and Scorpio will invite you to dinner, poison the dinner, eat it with you so that you'll trust them, and then wait till you start to croak, and then they'll puke up the poison. I've always wanted to have sex with one though, because my Venus is in Scorpio. I'm like, damn, that shit would be. Oh my God. But I don't really sleep around like that, so. Carmen, I'm not here to play these games, okay? Fuck. The commercial breaks have been glitching for you. That's annoying. But yeah. So anyway. Oh my God. I need water. I don't have anything to do with the rest of my night tonight, so I'm just kind of here. So just kind of chilling. That's a little dark. I'm trying. Mars and Scorpio is fucking crazy. Yeah, she should have Aries in her 12th house. I got premium specifically to have no fuck yeah, I have premium too. I'm not watching no damn ads. Get the hell out of here. No thanks. Not happening. Have a good day. No freaking way. I'm excited because I bought a new like a phone holder, right, for my car, and so that way I can stream now in the car again with you guys. Has my Aquarius X moved on? Uh yeah. I hate to say that. Knight of Wands and Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's like, all right, you know, Knight of Wands is like taking off. Ten of Wands is like a completion. So yeah, I hate to tell you that, but yeah, I think so. At least for now, you know, they always come back. Necessary truths. Sag stellium in the sixth house. Thoughts on stellium in this house. Sag stellium in the sixth house. God, I don't know. I would have to look at your chart, I guess. Having a stellium in the sixth house, it can definitely cause like a lot of nervous energy. It can cause a lot of nervous energy. You know, it can cause somebody whose mind is constantly racing. It can cause health issues. I think Sagittarius rules the thighs, so maybe around Pola. What am I selling tonight? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say? The fuck? Like, you know, somebody comes in as tarot destroyer, like, you know, makes a bitch uncomfortable. Like the fuck. But yeah, so it can be some nervous energy. You know, you can be, you know, this isn't I'm going to be honest. I mean, luckily you have it in Sagittarius. So, you know, check to where Jupiter is in your chart. It could tell you a little bit about it, but I kind of want to say like, this can be make somebody very nitpicky, or like I said, a lot of nervous energy can cause health issues. You can be dealing with a lot of enemies, competition in the workplace, etc. You know, it can be a little much. I have a sixth house stellium, and I absolutely hate it. It's like my mind always has to have something to do. Like I have to have something to do. I absolutely have to have something to do. Um, However, you could be somebody who really explores in depth when it comes to something that you're working on. Like you could really, really like, you know, explore it to the wheels fall off. You know, maybe you're really into health or fitness or something like that. I didn't say the S word. No, no, I just don't like your energy. I really don't. I just don't like your energy. Thank you. I don't like your energy. I don't like, there's something about her I just did not like. Never seen that bitch before in my life. I just did not like her energy. I just really didn't. You sound like a hater. You sound like a fucking hater. I didn't say the S word. Like, bitch, what are you, 3? Get out of here. Yeah, it looks like a bot. Like, damn, a bitch can't lay on her freaking bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I gotta be. I feel like I gotta sit up here looking like a potato and looking like a sack of shit for people to like take me seriously, you know, instead of being like, hey, are you selling sex? Like, no, you know, would you say that if I was like 500 pounds and, you know, shave my head bald, you know, would you be saying that? Or are you just saying that because how I look, you know? Because I've seen other tarot readers lay on their bed and do tarot, and I've never seen a comment like that in their chat. I told you I didn't like that bitch. There you go. What's up, Jose? How are you? I don't have green eyes. I have blue. Why are there so many trolls? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. But yeah, like, I see Tyler's tarot going up in there in his bed. I don't see anybody asking him if he's selling sex. Like, fuck. Jose, it's so nice to see you. I'm still getting over this freaking cold. What about Mars and Virgo? Mars and Virgo, see, Mars and Gemini flies off the handle and just says whatever comes into their brain. Mars and Virgo is a lot more calculated. Virgo, I believe, and this is just my opinion and observation. Mars and Virgo is more skilled with how they say something, and they don't like. I don't feel like they just throw a bunch of daggers like Mars and Gemini, right? I feel. I don't feel like they're like Mars and Gemini where they just like throw a bunch of like, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of blades. I feel like Mars and Virgo is very precise with where they do it and how they do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't blame them. Have you listened to my music? It sounds like I could beat the shit out of somebody. It's probably an ex and their little flying monkeys with their narcissistic asses. Mars and Virgo is detailed in planners. Yeah, like I definitely wouldn't want to get into a verbal battle with them. Like, certainly, I have no desire. What's up, Brian? My name is actually Violetta, but you can call me Alexis. That's fine. What's up, Brandon? Brandon Denegrease. I miss your lives in the car so much. Yeah, maybe I'll go back there. Maybe I will. I did put it on anyone, so anyone can come in. I didn't put it on subscriber mode only. That's exactly why I do that. Oh my gosh. That's so horrible. Okay, there we go. Okay. I didn't know you could change that in the middle of it. Hopefully that works. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're a Leo. Leos are cool. My dad's a Leo. Narc, absolutely. It sounds like somebody's just mad that they couldn't have me. Story of my life. Leos are cool. Yeah, we don't want just anyone. My birthday is August 7th. That's what's up. Do you know your other placements or you just know your sun sign? I'm assuming. But yeah, I would like to do lives back in the car again. I think that would be fun. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like a cat shit in my mouth. I drink that coffee and it just tastes disgusting. It tastes absolutely disgusting, and my feet are freezing. You're right about Mars and Gemini. Yeah, Mars and Gemini can be nasty. They can be really nasty. Like when they're upset. Oh my God. I had a ex who was a Mars and Gemini. And I mean, to be fair, I did, have sex with his best friend. I mean, it was a long time ago. Okay. And I did have sex with his best friend, but he also cheated on me. So, like, whatever, I raised you 10. You know what I mean? Like, you slapped me and I punch the shit out of you, you know? Anyway, it was a long time ago. I was in my 20s. But he called me and he found out, right? Like he knew intuitively. And he was like, I'm going to punch you in the mouth so hard that your teeth fall back into your throat and you swallow them and shit them out. He also had Mercury in Scorpio. So it was like, wow, that is kind of insane. I'm gonna start pulling their chart. Yeah. Birthday January 22nd. Okay. And my baby's dad is January 23rd. I just know my zodiac sign. Do you know your time of birth? You need to go check out what your chart is. Hater club. Nah, I have plenty of them. It's okay. I'm trying to get 10 more by the summer. I kind of want to pull cards for myself. Should I pull cards for myself? I'll pull cards for myself. I haven't done that in a while. I'll do it. Oh man, I'm so nervous about my procedure tomorrow. I could beat a Mars and Virgo in a verbal battle. I really like being a Mars, not a Mars. I really like being a Mercury and Libra, and I'm going to tell you why. And I don't have any like aspects really that's going on with my Mercury. It kind of stands on its own. So it stands out sometimes. But Mercury and Libra can very much see two sides of things. It can see all angles. And so a lot of the times before right, it's kind of like a lawyer. Like sometimes before I speak, I already sometimes, right? I can already see what the person's going to say, or I will have already covered that in my brain. And then they'll try to answer me. And I'll like say, yeah, but no, that doesn't make sense because blah, blah, blah. And I'm really good with kind of like seeing all angles of something. And I kind of like do an initiate the kill. Like I will say, I don't think I've dated a whole lot of people that could beat me in a battle of, I don't want to say, wouldn't call it wits, but could not beat me in a like a legitimate argument. Um, Usually they get very flustered, and then that's when they have to start like, you know, throwing daggers. I'm Mercury and Virgo. I like Mercury and Virgo. My ex was a Mercury and Virgo. He was hilarious. I'm Mercury and Libra. Yeah, me too. At least you're not having your face shaved off. Shit, I wish. That was such a good treatment. And a banana. Oh, Mercury Aqua. Okay. And Mars. I like Mars and Aquarius. I have Mercury in Gemini and I can relate to that. Yeah, I'm sure that you can, you know. Um but I'm very much about like the thing is I'm very much about harmony. You know, I'm very like I want the reason why I try, and not only that, I also try to see other people's side, but I also try to give perspective, right? And it's not to like ruffle somebody's feathers, but it's giving like a nicer version of Judge Judy. You know, who's a Libra stellium, by the way. But when I can sometimes almost come off as the opposite sign, like a Mercury in Aries almost, like right on that edge when I'm getting pushed. And I can get very aggressive, you know, very highly assertive, like highly assertive. And I can kind of become like act like a judge a little bit, you know. I can put on my hold my hammer and put on my black robe, you know what I mean? I am Courtney. What's up, Violet? I'm Sun, Virgo, Mercury, Libra, Venus, and Scorpio. Me too. All three of those. Mercury and Capricorn. I feel like Mercury and Capricorn is it can tend to be a little bit more held back, although they will assert themselves. You know, they are a cardinal sign. They will initiate things. But I feel like they're more so like their thoughts are more controlled is what I want to say, or how they verbalize things can be more controlled. You know, you got Saturn there, so it's kind of like, you know, we're not always going to say what's on our mind, regardless of what we're thinking, I think. So I feel like Mercury and Capricorn is a little bit more controlled, you know, a little bit more, I don't know if suppressed is the right word. I would say Moon and Capricorn is highly suppressed. Hmm. I have a Libra stellium too. Yeah, God, man. I have, you know, I have Libra taken up my sixth house, but I look at Placidus. So I have Virgo, I have Scorpio, and I have Libra there. But I have a what is it called? Um, oh my God, what is it called? Ugh, what is it called when you like can't access the energy in your chart? It's God damn it. What is it freaking called? Pinky, are you in here? Help me. What is it called? Do you know what I'm talking about? When it's like squeezed in between two other signs. Oh my God, why can't I think of what it's freaking called? Help. What is it called? Yes. Thank you, Violet. Boom. Intercepted. Yes. Intercepted. Thank you. Yes. 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 Ellis asks, did Aquarius move on because of another woman? No. Why did they move on? They weren't like feeling it emotionally. Like they didn't feel emotionally supported, or, you know, they still have some growing up to do, which is absolutely a potential. Maybe some childhood wounds, or they just felt like you were holding grudges. I'm glad you like the brutal honesty. Courtney Renee, what's coming towards me in love in the next couple of months? I've been talking to a Scorpio recently. Let go of a Pisces. Thanks, Violetta. You're welcome. Ugh. Well, I feel like it's somebody moving in for the kill. I don't y'all know, if you watch me, you know I don't like the King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is a little bit of a user, somebody who's a little power hungry. You know, I don't think that this is somebody who's really gonna like stand out there and fight for it. I think if anything, they're gonna take too fucking long and you're gonna get bored. So I want to say a Virgo or a Capricorn, maybe a Taurus, but it feels more like Virgo or Capricornish. And I feel like this person is more so like interested in status, but they're not interested in like fighting for it or like doing the work for it. What else? I feel like this is you, this Empress energy. I feel like you're standing on business. I think that you're going to realize somebody doesn't align with your higher morals or your values or what you want in regards to a commitment. And this to me makes me kind of feel like you're standing in your power with something. You're staying very balanced. You're not here to prove anything to anybody, but I do feel like you'll attract somebody because you're in this Empress energy. So self-worth and self-value is going to go a long way. You may attract an Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, waterproof, take time to breathe out. So, you know, I feel like this is telling you to hang out with friends, do something different, do something that you usually don't do. You know, Aquarius is co-ruled by Uranus, and so this can very much be like breaking out of the norm, breaking out of your old shackles, having a breakthrough, doing something different with your life. I feel like with that waterproof energy, I feel like this is probably telling you to protect your energy in some way, or trying to work on your sense of confidence so that way you can kind of have thicker skin. Not sure why it's telling you to do that. And take time to breathe out. I'm feeling like alone time is going to benefit you a lot in the next couple of months. Summer, anything happening in love in the next few months? Could meet a Pisces or a Virgo or a Gemini. I don't like this. I'm going to be honest. I would say listen to your intuition about somebody because I don't really feel like they have the best intentions. I want to say if you feel something in your gut, specifically about a prominent Virgo or Gemini placement, I would definitely say, listen to it because you're probably right. I feel like somebody's, kind of got some tricks up their sleeve. Anna Banana, will he try to reconcile with me again? By the way, la la la, love your hair. Thank you. Will he try to reconcile with me again? Ooh. Why? Oh, 9 of Swords. My God, the page wants him. This is a confidence killer for him for some reason. I don't know if you like let this man know about himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you said or what happened, but it's like a confidence killer for him. This, if anything, this stresses him out and this makes him like feel like he's not good enough or, he could feel emasculated. You don't even have to do anything sometimes. Men can just feel emasculated. You know what I mean? Um, the Four of Pentacles. He's probably trying to let go right now. So I don't know. Give the man some time. It looks like he's going through it. um, it's the Pisces. He has a Capricorn moon. You guys, the Capricorn moons aren't bad. Okay, Capricorn moons aren't that bad. Okay, they're just, I feel for them. It's sad. If there's a third party, is there a third party? I don't think so. Not anyone that's worth a damn anyway. Um, I have let every man know about himself. I just like the thing is it's like men are like, oh, where'd all the soft women go? Where's all the feminine women? And it's like you fucking scared all the femininity out of them, asshole. You're acting like an asshole. You either cheated or you beat her or you were emotionally cheating or you were liking bitches' pictures on Instagram or sneaking around. And then you wonder why women are acting like men because we're trying to be the men that you couldn't be. Sometimes you gotta become the man that you were looking for in another person. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. Like, how the hell do you expect me to, like, if you're not doing what a man should be doing? Like, I don't understand. Why do you deserve my femininity and my vulnerability? Why do you think that you deserve that? What have you done that would make me feel safe enough to be soft with you besides cheat on me, beat my ass, or call me horrible names? You don't deserve that because you're not a man. You're a sad child that has mommy issues and needs help. The fuck? Why do you think that you deserve that? You want me to be up here being like, okay, sure. Oh, you want to go out till 4 o'clock in the morning? Okay. Like, no, you want to follow all these bitches all over social media and then like wonder why your woman doesn't want to be with you. Like, are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. And then you want her to be like soft spoken and subservient. Fuck you. For what? For who? For you? No. Sorry. Have a nice day. Kick rocks with open-toed sandals. Thanks. See you never. No, not doing it. I really, and it really makes me mad because the thing is I was so soft and so sweethearted growing up. And then men turn me not into that anymore. They literally either beat it out of me or cheated it out of me or just molested it out of me or raped it out of me or one of these things. And then they wonder where all the good women are at. Lost in my childhood somewhere, asshole. Are you kidding me? Like, no. I'm not saying that, I don't have my issues, okay? I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but goddamn, what men have turned me into sometimes. It's like, so then what happens is I grew up feeling this sense of, oh, well, femininity is weak, right? Femininity is weak. I have to be in my masculine energy all the time. And I wasn't thinking about it like that at the time, but I was always, fight or flight mode, in survival mode, constantly operating from that place. And then when a man comes around and they work so hard to get my walls down, and then I do, And then they do the exact same thing that everybody else has done. And then you wonder why women don't want to be women anymore. It's because men forgot how to be men. That's why. Good men, not predatory men. To take a soft-hearted woman and to turn her heart into a fucking contortionist, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Completely. Or a child. Been there. Thank you for that, by the way. Like, no. They can be so horrible sometimes. Like, Jesus Christ. And forget trying to get one to admit his fucking mistakes or that he's wrong. You can't even get these motherfuckers to apologize, let alone not be absolutely horrible. And then you wonder why we have this raging epidemic of feminists, violent feminism. That's why. You created this monster, you clean it up. Like, no. I'm sorry. And it pisses me off. No, I didn't do birth chart readings. I still have so much to learn, honestly. Um, uh, but anyway, because now I'm sitting here looking at my femininity or my sense of vulnerability like it's a flaw. Like the lighthouse piece that is going to be released tomorrow, right? The lighthouse piece that's going to be released tomorrow, that I have uploaded. I am so embarrassed to upload that because I'm being so vulnerable and allowing myself to be so vulnerable. And like, of course I cried in it or whatever because it was authentic. It's authentic. It's very, very authentic what I'm saying in there. And I'm like telling my friend, like, I'm embarrassed to upload this. And he's like, why? And well, that's why, because I am afraid that somebody's going to try to prey on that. Somebody's going to see the wounded gazelle and be like, oh, what's wrong? Meh, meh, meh. That's why every single time after a breakup, a woman always has that best friend guy that's been around that's like, let me swoop in and try and fuck her now while she's down and vulnerable. And you wonder why bitches don't want to have sex with you. You're horrible. You are horrible. Oh, I love that, Pinky. And I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but my god, this is what they made me, and I hate being a product of that. I hate being a product of men's shitty behavior. I hate that, feeling so much shame and guilt over shit that they did, and now I have to carry it with me, and like feeling like that is just a terrible thing. You're welcome, Alice. Thanks, Carmen. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna post it, but god damn, man. Ugh, God, thanks for letting me vent. But, it's like, well, not all men. Shut up. Shut up. 9 out of 10. Sorry. But, and I hate it when men try to tell me it's not all men. Oh, have you had sexual intercourse with a man? Well, no. Right. Have you had an intimate relationship with a man that was romantic? No. Then how the fuck would you know? How would you know? Because a man has never wanted what was in between your legs. That's why you didn't get to see the real them. That's when you get to see the real them, is when you have something that they want that is in between your legs. That's when you get to see the reality of masculinity, unhealthy masculinity, which is like, the vid at this point, just running rampant. I just can't. I just can't. And they're so entitled. Like, they're so absolutely entitled. Like, I can't believe you are actually saying that you want me to be submissive to you. You want me to clean the house, take care of things, and you don't want me to raise my voice or speak my mind, and you still want to split half the rent and half the bills. Oh, honey, you're a fucking roommate. You're a roommate and you're a joke. Okay. That's pick me behavior. Oh, hey, baby. Hey, I paid half the bills today. I paid half the mortgage and I made you dinner. I made you dinner and I bought you your favorite candy. And I bought you that movie. No, no. That just doesn't sound like a life I want to live. Hey, Sarah, I'm okay. Most men may as well be all men. The ones who know about the shitty things and don't do anything are just as bad. Well, if men are so great, right? And listen, there are some great men in my life, okay? Like one. And the other one died, okay? But I will say, right? So, like, for the guys, right? You have a daughter, okay? And there's an all female party and there's an all male party. When the girl wants to go to an all girls party, do you question her about it? Do you worry about it? Right? Do you tell her to take, pepper spray with her? Probably not, right? And I bet you won't even let her go to the all guys party, right? And why is that? Because you're a man and you know exactly how men are. So don't try to tell me. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Don't try to tell. It's not all men. Oh, really? Well, then let your daughter go to that frickin', soon to be gangbang over there. Why don't you let her go there and let's see, right? Why don't you try your hand? Fuck out of here. What a joke. Such a joke. Like I can't and thank God for some of the good men out there. And I feel so bad for them because then they get these poor wounded women and we're just like, constantly on edge, constantly freaking out, sleeping with one eye open, living in fucking fear, clutching our purse, clutching our pearls, clutching our coochie. You know what I mean? Absolutely freaked the fuck out, right? Absolutely freaked the fuck out. You know what I mean? And then they want to call me masculine and then ask myself why. Sir, you basically have an inverted wiener. Don't tell me about masculine, okay? Don't tell me about masculine. Please stop. Jesus. I'm not talking about like a specific person, by the way, okay? I don't want to feel like watching this something I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like in general. It's just let me just stop ranting because I get so frustrated, I just get so absolutely frustrated. And then I get to this point where I feel like I become the men that I hate. Like I just have their DNA now, you know? God, anyway. Bleh. Like you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. Like I thought what a man was like actually protecting and providing. I thought that that's what that was. Like I remember my grandpa, that's exactly what he did, and now I've been fed this bowl of sugar that is completely unreasonable. And watched my grandfather pick my grandmother a flower every fucking day, even when he had cancer. He couldn't do it, and he would tell me and the other family members to go pick her a flower every fucking day until the day he died. And then I'm thinking, that's what love is. That's what I'm gonna get. Where am I? Where am I? I feel like I woke up in an alternate universe. You know what I mean? Dear God, like, holy crap. Like, my first time having sex, I was assaulted. Assaulted. Like, that was my intro. And then my first long term relationship was a guy that kidnapped me and beat the crap out of me and kept me hostage in his fucking apartment. Like that was my intro, my example of love was my grandparents. And I was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to have that." And life was like, psh, psh, psh. You thought, bitch. Like, feel like I woke up in a nightmare. Or like I woke up from a dream and this is real life. I'm not sure what's real. Good God. And then it's like, and then you get to this age, I'm 37, where I've just seen it all. And like I try to like ignore my intuition and I try to be delusional because I want to live in that delusion that I grew up seeing my grandparents, my grandmother clickety clack, wearing her little heels and her little apron, in the kitchen making fucking lentil soup and eating raw onions because she was German and she was just crazy like that. And my grandpa laying there on his recliner, watching John Wayne movies, kicking up his actual cowboy boots. Bitch, he was an actual cowboy. He was John Wayne's fucking ranch foreman. and him just absolutely worshiping the ground that she walked on, you know? And then now I'm here and I'm just like, there's no way. Like, what an evil trick to play on a child. Exactly. Necessary truths. Exactly. Yeah, Brandon. In the 50s, yes, not now. Yeah, and, he was just so sweet to her anyway. So, sorry about the rant. I mean, I'm not really sorry, but, like, I had to get that out. Like, it's just an absolute joke. Like, you can't, like, no. But it's like then it gets to a point where at the same time you don't want like a man to take care of you, right? Because that's too risky. You know what I mean? And I definitely advise everybody to keep their independence. But like, God, and I always get men that are jealous of me, that are, like, actually jealous of me, that, like, see me succeeding and they try to tear it away, or they try to, like, say negative things about me or spread rumors about me, because they want people to have the wrong idea about me, or whatever the case is, because 'cause they're jealous that I'm getting something that they want. It's absolutely insane. It really is like dating a high school, like, like dating, like, if I'm in high school and I'm dating one of my little frenemies in high school, you know what I mean? That's how it fucking felt. Smokeahantas, thank you so much, and welcome to the Dragon family. I really appreciate that. Ugh, God, like, and I try to be so right, Mercury and Libra. I try to be so like, well, I understand what men mean by. Mm. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but there's too much doubt to compensate for the benefit. There's not enough benefit to compensate for the doubt. Those are narcissists, not men. So then why is it most of them? I can think of one man that truly I think I can think of one man I was actually in an actual monogamous relationship that actually, like, did no wrong to me, you know? And I'm not saying men can't make mistakes, of course they can, you know? Maybe 2, maybe, but even then, I caught him on dating sites, I like, and that is, like, I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe he was." Yeah, he was on dating sites, but you see how the standard is so low for men because of how they've trained us to expect these certain behaviors from them. It's I just can't, man. I'm not saying that I haven't made mistakes. I'm not saying that, but I'll tell you one thing. I have never been as traumatized by a woman as I have by a man. I will say that. My God. Like, I just feel completely fucking ruined. I just feel ruined. I don't even wanna be married. God. Are narcissists really that hard to come by, or are they just undiagnosed because men don't go to therapy? Right. Right. Or start competing with you? Yeah. Yeah, it's like they start competing with you. It's so fucking weird. Like, okay, like, dude, listen, whatever the gold medal is, like, you can fucking have it. I don't care. Like, God, just stop acting like this. Apparently one well, I think everybody has a little bit of narcissism in them. But the thing is that you'll see, this is how you can tell a narcissist, okay? This is how you can tell the difference between a narcissist or somebody who just has narcissistic traits. Everybody has narcissistic traits. When a narcissist does something wrong and they know that they're wrong, and you are inconsolably crying, and they do not have empathy enough to comfort you. And instead of feeling empathy, they will feel shame, and they will get mad at you and take it out on you for how they made you feel. That is how you know. Run. People that don't have empathy are dangerous. Narcissists in general don't go to therapy. They're too afraid of being found out. Or unable to acknowledge when they're wrong. Oh, God. Because they're never wrong in their eyes. There's nothing wrong with them, you know? Fuck that. Most therapists don't know how to spot a narcissist. Well, I really think my biggest thing is I like to learn things from experience. Astrology, if you tell me to describe a Venus and Sag, I want to meet 5 Venus and Sag, you know? And lucky for me, I feel like I've now, of course, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but I've had enough personal experience with the dating world, to see narcissism, which is truly like a lack of empathy. And um they will take on all of your good qualities as their own, and they will emulate them, and it's kind of like where they suck all your blood, right? They kind of suck all your blood, and they become more alive, and they feel really incredible, and this is the best they've ever done in their life, and blah blah blah, and you are dying, like you are withering away. And you will feel it, because the more that you feel sick and you start to feel ill, and some of them, they will stress you out so much you'll lose weight, and they will become almost like, it seems like, more powerful in a way. And you will see it happen, and it's fucking uncanny. Like, it's crazy to watch it happen. You just start to diminish and die out, and they just, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. And like there's like no accountability. There's like no, there's none. And then they'll be super abusive, and they'll push you to the point. Like they will push you to the point of no return. And then when you react, they'll like pull out their phone, or they'll be like, oh wow, see, I knew you were crazy. Like this self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's really crazy to watch, and so I've had enough hands-on experience to know what it looks like. No, narcissists do not have remorse. But when they probably won't diagnose them as such, yeah. They suck the life out of you for sure. You will hate this comment, but you know the right man one because it feels right. Tells me it's not easier with women, but here I am with my only real option. No, I don't hate that comments at all. But the thing about people like that is they know how to mask. So they know how to imitate. Kind of Asperger's knows how to do that as well. They watch other people and see how, especially if they've had behavioral therapy. And I'm not saying anything bad about people who have Asperger's. Honestly, I'm not even trying to say anything bad about narcissists. I'm just talking about like my observation and my one-on-one, like hands-on with them. And this should be for the podcast. Anyway, and I've like seen with like Asperger's, right? Like similar with Asperger's, they'll observe other people and how they show empathy, and they will, see how other people act in certain situations, how people react to certain things, and they will kind of like imitate it. It's like a form of imitation, and narcissists will do the same thing. And usually they'll be watching you for a while. Like they'll be like, they'll very much observe you, what you like, what you don't like, what your weaknesses are, and they'll wait for you to they'll make themselves into you. So if you're like a super empathetic, warming person, warm person, they will copy that to make you feel comfortable. And it's a psychological trick. And it's kind of like when you copy someone's body language, they don't realize it, but they're becoming more open to you, more comfortable to you. And this is something that I've learned. And so then you're into this point where you think you've met somebody like you, or you think that, now you can be open and vulnerable with this person, but really they're just getting you to that point and pretending to be this person so that way they can use everything against you in the long run. And they do. And then once they have you, right, then that's when they start to devalue you. They start to have this sense of control over you. Now they know all your weaknesses. Now they know all your positive, all of those things. They know your strengths, they know your insecurities. They're going to use that against you. They're very good with that. Um, And once the devaluing stage begins, that's when they will start pushing you to the point of having reactions and making you into the crazy one. They will start to, before once the discard happens, before you've even left them, they've already told everybody what a narcissist you are, how insane you are, how crazy you are. So that way, if you speak out, nobody's going to believe you, because narcissists are very good with keeping a very squeaky clean reputation. But it's only once you delve into their actual intimate partners that truly know them, that's where you'll get the truth. That's where you'll get the tea. And what's interesting about this, now please understand, I'm not calling every narcissist a pedophile. That's not what I'm saying. But if you listen to, for instance, like wardens, right, in prisons, you will see them say, I preferred the pedophile floor more than I did the other prisoners. And you know why? They are the nicest, most helpful, most kind people, and they get you to really trust them. And narcissists are very similar, right? And so it's like, it's because they are predatory and they know how to keep that squeaky clean reputation. And they'll have everybody by either the near end or after the relationship, having everyone think that you're the predator, you're the crazy one, and you're the psycho. And that's how they work. And they're very nice to be around. Like when you're not in an intimate relationship with them, when you're not their supply, and you haven't gotten to that point, they're very nice. They're very welcoming. They're the nicest. Everybody likes them. Behind closed doors, some of the nicest people in the world. You will never see them talking like this. The way I've been talking, you will never see them talking like that publicly. You will never see them like sharing some kind of insane opinion, right? If they're good, if they're like covert, you know what I mean? If they're really good, you'll never see them talking like that. Um, they're very much like, I hate to say it, but they're very much like, right? Because they make you trust them, and oh, oh, you like teddy bears? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And I've had enough experience to be like, wow, like that's wild. Like, it's really crazy. I'm really sorry, May. I hope I said that right. Mine was actually a Christian and used that against me. Narcissists don't see you as a separate person. You are an extension of them, bad or good. When you expose them, you are mirroring back to them their own shame. Yes, and it's very scary, and I've had to deal with this so many times, man. I really have. And I won't say that every person I've dated is a narcissist. I don't believe that. No, 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 that's ridiculous. But I have, uh they always make you feel like you're the problem. Yeah, and it's also crazy because the thing is that the thing is and I'm not talking about a specific person. So if somebody specific is watching, I'm not, if the shoe fits, right? But I'm talking about in general. So like, oh man, what was I gonna say? Oh man, I don't remember now. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, like, you can sit there and you can have a conversation with them, and you can like sometimes they'll come to like an understanding, right? They'll, like, if they're on the fence of narcissism, right? They can like come to like, okay, no, like maybe you're right, maybe I see your point of view. And then like the next day, right? The next day, 2 days go by, and the same conversation happens. And it's like the conversation before where the resolution happened never happened. It's like it never happened. It is the most bizarre thing to witness, like selective fucking amnesia. It's crazy. It's so crazy to watch. It's really crazy to watch. Um, it's like you just feel like your head is spinning. It's like just banging your head on a fucking wall. It's like it's just not worth the energy, man. What's up, Laura? So anyway, I've talked enough shit. It's already 11 o'clock. I love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I've said too much. I just have a lot of experience with it. So that's why I'm just like, talking about it. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. I certainly have done some really fucking dumbass shit. Like don't get me wrong, okay? We all have some narcissism in us. I've been a piece of shit. I'm sure that I'll be a piece of shit again at some point, but these are just my observations. You know what I'm saying? These are just my observations. That's all. That's all it is. I thought I was crazy. Yeah, you'll start to think that you're crazy. You'll start gaslighting yourself, bitch. You'll get to a point where you're gonna start gaslighting yourself. It's crazy. But anyway, you guys, I really love you. Thank you for being here with me and hanging out with me. You guys know I'm a loner, so it is what it is. But I hope that you guys have an absolutely wonderful night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.